Yes, but the wonderful folks at Foundry. Foundry is the virtual tabletop platform that we play all of our games on here at -2, whether it be this Hyper Future campaign, our normal Dungeons and Dragons, Pathfinder, Blades in the Dark, Scum and Villainy, Call of Cthulhu, you name it, we play it with Foundry. Foundry is an incredibly powerful tool with a massive mod community that makes your games incredibly immersive and puts all that control right at your fingertips. There's literally no better way to play online Dungeons and Dragons. Of course, we wouldn't be able to have or stream with the latency that we have if it wasn't for the wonderful folks at Forge. Forge-VTT.com is the hosting website we use to host all of our games here at -2 Charisma. Forge not only gives a easy-to-access portal for all of our players to connect to, with over 200 nodes internationally, so that their connection to our all of these assets and everything Foundry has to offer is lag time free. But also a ton of online storage for all of those assets, your music, your access to all the bazaars, the modules, plus a bunch of other tools like D&D Beyond integration, save states, and things to make your Foundry experience even better. So check out the folks at Forge. And then Tabletop Audio. TabletopAudio.com is a ambient audio system that is specific to tabletop role-playing games. They've got a ton of different options out there that you can just go and download for free, from 1920 speakeasies to hyper future spaceships and lunar outposts to haunted forests and heroic castles, and you name it, they've got it, right? Every terrain, range, and automobile. So check out tabletopaudio.com. A couple bucks, you get alternate versions of all those tracks, as well as you can add some additional integration to Foundry. So totally worth it there. Justin, our time here this month is coming to a conclusion, which means that very soon we will be doing a very large giveaway of very many items to very special people who have helped us raise money for NAMI all month long. Why don't you tell them what they just might get due to their generosity?
Literally everything. That's
Great.
That's all I got. I mean, there's truly so much to give away here. We've got product keys from Foundry and Forge. We've got some stuff coming in from Chaosium, courtesy of our Call of Cthulhu stream on Sunday. We've got Dice Envy, our regular dice sponsor, who's sent us a bunch of mystery packs and other cool stuff, in addition to our standard every month dice giveaway that we've always done, in that kind of $100 tier of dice. We're not cheaping out on you, I promise. And then in addition to all that, if that wasn't enough, Benjamin Huffman has donated on his own almost $600 worth of content between his Thaumaturge class, his Pugilist class, and his Ultimate Adventuring Guide. I think all in all, we're well into the $1,000 mark in prizes to give away. What that does mean is please, pretty please. I know it's tempting to hit that anonymous button when you're donating to a cause, because feel like you don't need to be rewarded, but we want to reward you. So please, even if you don't want to put your name there, put a fake name in the name slot and then give us your real email so we can get your prize out to you. That is it. We are not, you are not going to prevent someone else from getting a prize by winning one yourself. We have that much to give away. So we are here to entertain whilst you do your good deed for the month, potentially. Yeah, back to you.
Thanks, Justin. Well done. And again, a lot of really great stuff from a lot of really great creators who are more than happy to help raise money for NAMI this month. So have we decided? I know there was some back and forth conversation. We did a bit of a recap before to try to catch Dylan up to speed, but did we decide, are Eli's notes good enough, or yeah, okay, great. Eli, why don't you tell us what happened last week?
I think I got it. Yeah, absolutely. I'll try and make it a little more entertaining and concise than what I did before we went live.
Oh, come on.
So we started out with Nexus coming online and letting us into the med bay, which was something we were all pretty grateful for at that point. And we started asking some questions. We were able to communicate with Nexus through Flake, who had been taken kind of just become like I don't know, what would be the word here, avatar of the Nexus for that moment.
Commandeered as the voice box.
We learned that, yeah. So Dr. H.J. Weatherton built this facility, and Nexus lost contact with their global communications array over 1,000 years ago, which is very interesting because this technology is way better than stuff we have now. Genesis is a genetics lab, we found out, and as we get a tour from Nexus, we learn about the research done there, and they were kind of looking into terraforming, which was something that mirrored our experience in our civilization. They seemed to be looking for how to terraform a planets to go to, that sort of thing. We also learned that nanotechnology cleans everything, and that's why everything is clean in there. So, as we looked around, we realized that the lab was definitely abandoned, but it wasn't quickly by any means. It was definitely planned, and the lightning storms that we had seen in earlier episodes started when we arrived on the planet about 500 years ago. The AI security core and the armory were not pointed on the tour, but we did point them out to each other as we were walking around. And Tev sent a little pseudopod into the AI core to go have a look around, and it triggered the security system, whose final directive is to eliminate any threats if security is breached. Oxygen started dropping in the facility, and we had to break into the AI core to fight it. Nexus core fight go crazy, as I said, was my last note from last week. So, yeah.
Great. So, last time, in the AI core, intense battle ensues as this monstrous dark black screen. Hold on. Sorry. As this monstrous device in the center of this room seems to command the very atmosphere around you. These bolts of energy just filling the room. This artificial sun that made up a portion of the power internalized in the core, blasting out waves of radiant energy. And the cool, as you go in for that final strike, your sword rakes down on the core, that splitting it in half. The room gets bright in this flash of white light. It just dissipates. You see now, lying on the ground, the two halves of the core, just electricity sparking between them before the lights dim and die.
I thought that was gonna blow up on me.
I was absolutely sure that was going to blow up on you.
That would have been really bad if it blew up.
Hey, I did what I could. I got you as out of there as you were going to be.
No, I appreciate it. I'm still not feeling so good, but I'm alive, so thank you.
Anytime. Man, thinking about it. Nothing here hostile, right? Nothing at all. Haven't run into anything hostile. This
Not
whole
one
excursion,
thing.
huh? Fucking assholes.
If there's nothing pressing here, should we go back to the medbay maybe? I don't want to meet anything else right now by accident.
Oh, watch out! No, I'm just kidding.
Jeez, don't scare me like that, Chapman.
Yeah, Chapman will look around, see if it appears that there's anything we need to do specifically in here, or if we can just hightail it out and head back. Maybe sneak a peek at the armory.
Yeah, absolutely. So, make an investigation check.
Oh no. Can I tell somebody else to go make an investigation check?
I can do that if you want.
Yeah, I'll watch your back. I don't really have an eye for this kind of stuff.
I'll do what I can.
That wasn't that bad. So an 18.
Pretty good.
With an 18, you look around in the core itself. This most of this area is fairly clean, and a lot of those lights that were kind of flowing through the room and leading up to the central AI core now have gone dark. A lot of the room itself has gone dark, which has made even just seeing in here more difficult. But despite the fact that the room is completely clean, you don't see or hear much else. I will give you with an 18 is that surprisingly you don't hear anything from the doctor.
How are we communicating with the doctor again?
Through your ASMO headgear.
Okay. Can I just like ping ping? Hey, you there, Doc?
No response.
Do I get the sense that he's just not responding, or that something is malfunctioning?
Can we hear it?
Make an insight check at disadvantage.
Okay.
Oh, I've got pretty good insight. Should I?
Oh, that's pretty good, actually.
Oh, we're all doing it. Disadvantage.
With a 17
And a 22.
and a 22. So you're based on his demeanor, you're assuming that he's gotten whatever it is he's looking for, and he's probably just doesn't care about all of you now. So responding to you isn't really he's the type of person that it would be very much be a waste of time.
Yeah.
I've got cousins like that.
I think the doctor might have flown the coop, or he's ignoring us at least.
I mean, he may just be downloading some information or something. We should probably go right back to him to make sure it doesn't leave us in the lurch.
Probably. Should go that way to get to the med bay anyway.
So the med bay will be before you get to the.
Oh, I thought that was via. It's fair.
It's all the med bay's on the way to the gallery. It's just not the other way around. Yeah. So.
Okay. Silas does the thigh slap. Let's go.
Step out of the room, the AI core, and immediately you see, kind of rolling up to all of you, is Flake.
Like your vocal system is malfunctioning.
Hello?
Much better.
Ah,
There you are.
hello everyone. It seems the Nexus left that in the off state. You all look worse for wear?
I feel it.
Yeah.
You look great though, buddy.
Doctor stick around or did he bail?
I am unaware. I came to find you.
We were going to check on that right now.
Lead the way.
So immediately as you leave, the first thing you're going to see Justin, is that armory. So it's up to you. If you guys want to go right to the gallery, you can, or you can stop and check out these other places you wanted to check out.
We can stop. We should stop.
I also want to see what's in the armory.
Yeah, and I don't know if this is Justin wanting to make sure this guy doesn't bail, or if this is, Chapman not wanting this guy to bail. So, a roll. Yeah, I think we should check out the armory.
More hands makes less work.
Let's do it.
Are we concerned the doctor will leave?
I mean, he'd be stupid if he did.
No, he wouldn't. He's trying to take it all for himself.
Yeah, but how's he gonna get back there by himself through all that shit out there?
We very well may have just fixed all that shit out there. We very well. Be very quiet. We're hunting rabbits.
I don't know. That fucking mouth monster that we fought. I'm still not sure if that's related or not, or if that's from before.
Hopefully it'll fall in one of those pits.
You make your way to the armory door. The door is still locked, but without the AI enhancing the security system, it's actually possible to, I guess, hack at this point. So whichever one of you wants to do that, go ahead and make an
You're up, Blake.
Arcana check for me.
Understood.
Dev, are you even paying attention?
That'll be an 18 for me.
18 is all you need. So as the door opens right up, you see rows and rows of equipment.
Oh, Tev just got to this scene.
This is just
in
the power
Matrix.
tools aisle at Lowe's.
Oh, Tev is watching The Matrix, and he just got to this scene.
And he looks up and he's like, what the fuck?
Yeah, the lights all...
He finally finished all of the Fast and Furiouses, and he's now onto the Matrixes.
The lights all flicker on in the room, and you see just rows and rows, these shelves of strange gear, odd weapons, things you've never seen before, stuff you're not even certain works still, or some of it you're just not even sure what it would do.
Perhaps we could bring the doctor to us.
I mean, if you want to get him here.
That's not a bad plan.
I will comms the doctor. The doctor, there appears to be a powerful relic here that we don't quite understand. Come quick.
Damn, we should have thought of that.
No response.
It's good.
Really good. Okay. Well, how about this? Make a deception check for me.
We don't know if that's deception.
25.
25.
Oh, baby.
Oh, shit!
No response.
I thought that would work.
Yeah.
So did your dice.
All right, well, I'll look around for anything that I can integrate with my robot body.
Integrate with your robot body, okay.
Your robot-y.
Here's what I'll give you. I'll give each one of you perception, investigation, unless you want to try to lobby me for a different skill. I will give each one of you a check here to try to find something useful in this junk pile.
I would like to deceive the place.
I would like to find the biggest thing to pick up and use athletics.
Yeah, I knew that was gonna happen for me.
Justin, I'll give you that.
Oh yeah.
I would like to intimidate.
So that's good. So Justin, I will listen again. That's what I'm talking about. I will. If you're like, I want to find the biggest thing to pick up and use athletics, go for it. So what do we got? We've got an
Bad.
11, a 6, a 25 from Silas, and
And a 20.
two from Nicole.
No, that was the inside check from
That was
before.
earlier, yeah. We don't have anything from Dylan yet.
14.
Blake.
His perception 14. Yeah.
No, average.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not particularly great. Any of my super good stuff, I couldn't finagle a way to get into here.
Okay, hold on.
I would like to intimidate the most powerful object in this room into coming forward.
I would like to hold up. I would like to use a nature check. Hold up the moss we found earlier to see where it kind of guides me.
I asked my little algaloid friend. I was like, "Hey, which one of
Silas,
these things works the best?"
Roll a 1d4
Yeah.
for me with your 25.
Okay.
Three.
Okay.
Great.
3.
Great. Here's what you find. Chapman. Looking around for just the biggest thing you can pick up. You find this strange object. It's like a long handle. And the head of it is this big, massive, like round ball. And on top of it is this. It looks like it's like a clear sphere. But when you pick it up, immediately as you go and you kind of look at some of the buttons on the side, you flip one of them, and that sphere just and all of a sudden, like it starts to get incredibly heavy. It actually just like falls to the ground, as if like gravity just suddenly pulls it down. And I will. I'm gonna put this in your. There it is.
Grav hammer.
It is. It's a gravity hammer. Sorry, I gotta do this the other way. I don't know why I'm having such a hard time with everything. Literally everything today.
Hard times.
It's a holiday weekend.
There you
Can't
go.
make things too easy on you.
I guess so. There's your
Oh my
hammer.
god, I'm off on Monday. What the fuck?
Next, we'll go to Nicole. You had a 11, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Super probably didn't find anything on there.
No,
It makes a
I,
difference.
so
I was truly just like looking for an equivalent size sword and was gonna grab whatever was like most readily available.
yeah, you don't find a sword. You're looking you're looking for swords. You don't see anything sword related with an 11, unfortunately. But you do find what looks like just a gun. You feel like you get frustrated and give up, and like other people look like they're finding things, and you're like, okay, I'm just gonna take this gun.
Sure.
And I will give you this plasma disruptor rifle. There you go. Flake. You find two things. No, I'm sorry, 14. 14, you find one thing. My bad.
Yep.
Silas finds two things. So I'm gonna give you. I'll give you this one.
Hey JD,
Yeah.
this DC 16 strength saver be knocked prone in a 15-foot radius centered on me.
Yeah.
Does that include me?
Yeah.
Can it?
Oh, bam!
It absolutely does.
Imagine if Kratos had to deal with that.
I'm gonna give you. I'm gonna give you this one. You're gonna get the ionic disruption rifle, and then Silas. Silas, you reach in, and you pull out a couple different things. One, you see there's a couple units that look like they can attach to your helmets, like face masks, similar to the ASMO ones, but they're not breathers. So these would take place of those. But they look similar. Like they would, like you would put them over your mouths, right, and look at them. You're not 100% certain what they do, but you know that they look functional, and they, you know, if you have to give back these ASMO ones, which is something these corporations typically do, these could actually be pretty nice. So you find 3 of those, and I'll also give you a gun, and you also grab a gun.
Love a gun.
So here's a molecular distabler rifle, and 1, 2, 3 of those. You guys want to talk about what you found?
I mean, we know what I found. I found.
Yes, you found a gravity hammer.
You see Flake grab this rifle, and the hand that you met earlier basically breaks out, and you see all 8 little spiders come out and start disassembling it and literally integrating it into his arm. He's like, I found a powerful disruption rifle. It has quite the range and can shoot an ionic beam for 120 feet. Powerful lightning bolts now at my fingertips.
That's hot.
That's cool.
I hold up this gun that I found, and I'm like, I'm not really sure how I'm supposed to aim with this. I don't think there's no targeting or anything on there, because it does the equivalent to fire magic missile, which doesn't require you to target anything.
You see, it's literally like you see a revolver with like 3 barrels going in random directions.
4. It starts at a
4.
second level. But it charges, so you can actually you can put more charges into it. You can like crank it up or something.
Yeah, I imagine the Pop Goes the Weasel gun from Futurama.
Yeah. I literally just started doing it.
And Silas.
It hasn't popped up in my character sheet for some reason, and I've reloaded it, so I'm not sure.
That's annoying.
It is.
I'm sorry.
Anyway, I got all these masks, so... Oh, I see things.
There you go.
It's a lot of words. I feel like I'm on the spot.
Sorry, because I did it the last second. Here's what I'll tell you for the rest of you guys. These resonators are infused with the netherite that you came here looking for. So not only will they give you a +1 bonus to your armor class and all your saving throws, like a cloak of protection, but they will also, once they will give you resistance to an energy damage of your choice for until you recalibrate them, which takes 24 hours.
How long does it take to initially calibrate them?
So you can just activate it. You choose the energy type, but then you have to wait a day before you can change it again, essentially.
Okay. Cool.
Like, you can, on a long rest, you choose what type of energy or whatever.
Exactly. They also give you advantage on dexterity saving throws.
Dope.
Thank you. That feels like it's made for me.
But you have 3 of them.
Uh-oh.
Does anyone
4
else
of us.
want one?
Kev is like, obviously.
And all 4 of us definitely need it.
Dave doesn't fucking get one.
Yeah, Tab doesn't get one. But I will give one to Chapman and one to Nicole.
can actually pull up our character sheets and drag and drop them if you choose.
That's crazy. Let me try that right now.
Maybe. Everything's a little weird right now, guys, with Foundry, okay? Yes. It did work. I don't know. I just built these. The nether site thing's probably not going to work. All the stuff's not going to work for you, but just remember that you have +1 armor class right now.
That's what the mask does.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. Everything else, you either assume it's. I mean, there's a lot here, right? So it would probably take a week to try to go through and figure out what all of these things do. But with a bit of time, you find some. You pick some things up that you get a base understanding of what they're going to do for you. Between you all, Flake, and whatever systems you can access, you kind of figure that part out.
Perhaps we should return at a later time, and we will investigate the doctor who has gone silent.
Sounds about right.
Yeah, it's a good idea.
We'll hoof it back to the doctor.
Before we go back to this guy, I had mentioned it what seems like a week ago, but was really only like an hour ago. This place, what this thing can do. Should anyone have that power?
I don't think so. Certainly not the people that are going to end up with it.
So, what do you think we do about that?
Keep our mouths shut.
Well, the doctor's not going to keep his mouth shut.
Maybe we should let him navigate the other side on his own then.
And if he makes it to the other side?
He won't.
Are you recommending we remove the doctor?
I'm recommending we consider it.
I agree.
No, cool. What do you think? Thought of anybody having all that access to Gaia makes me sick.
It's done a lot of damage to us personally, and we're trained for this kind of thing. There are a lot of people out there that wouldn't be able to handle themselves as well. I think
In
I
other
should stay
words,
here.
they'd just be at the mercy of whoever controls this.
And it's going to be one of the corporations.
It's going to be Asmo.
Should I ask the obvious question?
It's not that obvious because I don't know what you're going to ask.
Should we remove the doctor from play, how do we know none of us will take advantage of the Gaia system?
We could destroy it. Not the Gaia system, this system. Security's down. Shouldn't be too hard. You could probably do it yourself.
Yeah, you see one eye just kind of locked onto Tev as everything else rotates.
Ted's not paying attention. He's like watching he's watching Matrix Reloaded and being really mad about how bad it is.
Perhaps we
He's a real pain
locate
in
the
the dick.
doctor. Perhaps we locate the doctor, and then we can discuss it further.
Fair enough. And we'll head on.
Great. I will count this time kind of digging through and looking for items as a short rest if anyone would like to take advantage of that.
Excuse me while I burn my hit dice.
Before you guys fight each other, go ahead, Neela.
There's another creature in here.
Headed back down the corridors, past the medical bay. The facility seems quiet. Even those spherical orbs that were watching you before, and that you noticed, Flake, or not. Like they just seem everything kind of dead. That being said, there's still bits of energy flowing and pulsing through, and as you get back to the gallery now, you see that central area, that white room with the giant silver over that archway. This massive circular door that is now opened. Beyond it is a sort of pale mist flows out of the room, and this pulsing, almost purple light from somewhere deep down in whatever this central corridor is. No sign of the doctor.
Do we have any sign that that's where he went? I mean, most likely that is, but
Yeah, this is the one door that wasn't open. That's what he was
the one
trying to
door
get
he's
to.
been trying to get into, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, as you often like to say, let's not dilly-dally.
The five of you head down that corridor, the walls of which are this, go from that white to like this almost glass-like black material. Silas, you kind of brush your hands alongside it. It's cold, like stone, but hard, like in slick, like metal. As your fingers touch it, bits of energy just spiral out into different points. I need all of you to make. I'm going to say history or medicine, I think.
I'll do medicine.
I'm also gonna do medicine.
I'll do history.
Cool with a 25.
Flake
Speaking
has
of bad medicine, that is natural Juan.
a natural one for me too.
Nice. So all of you are just breathless at the almost beauty of this construction. Nicole, you recognize the substance from your mission dossier. You've never seen it in person. But this tunnel is built of netherite. Enough that from what you understand it's worth to ASMO, it'd be enough to retire forever. You could start your own corporation.
I think I would say that out loud.
Fuck. Just keeps getting worse, huh? Or better. Depending on how you're feeling in the moment.
I won't lie, it's cool to be here, but it's a shame we can't show anyone else.
Considering that it was a medicine check, are there like medicinal applications of?
What I will give you with 25 is while it's still very experimental, there aren't anything in particular that anyone's aware of from a medical standpoint, but the material itself is still, I guess, really in its infancy as far as what we can do with it. It has the ability to change and adapt to, just like the think of the breathers you just got, right? Those apparatuses. It can change like elemental attunement and resonation almost instantaneously. Sometimes unstable, unless it is like cut and harnessed in just the right way.
I think he doesn't say this part out loud, but he does kind of wonder what terrifying things the Stygian company would have done if they had access to this much material of it.
I think all of you at some point or another has worked closely with a corporation and have that same thought run through your mind.
I try one more time into the microphones, into the headsets. Doc, I don't know what happened to you, but you're missing out here. You're gonna want to see this. This is incredible. And that's not even deception at this point.
As you continue to walk into the tunnel, you step foot into a room as those black walls just like turn into this massive dome. Just surrounds, and on the dome walls are images of clouds. Looks like that same kind of purplish cloud cover. You know, it's got that kind of tint to it, almost as if it's looking at the sky outside of the facility. And sitting at a control, or typing away at a control desk, is the doctor. You can see his reptilian form just frantically, just like typing away, and bouncing from desk to desk. And in the center of this dome is this huge sphere, maybe 100 feet in diameter.
Jesus, Doc, there you are.
Perfect crystalline netherite. All throughout it, this like electrical energy sparks, and you can see it bounce from one end to the other, and underneath this big machine that seems to be using it to, as you have all kind of surmised at this point, affect the environmental systems, and even to some degree control the GAIA systems on the outside of this facility. Chapman, you talked about it last week, right? The ability to just call down lightning, and Nexus confirmed that the environmental disaster potential of this system could eradicate an entire city in, what was it, 36 minutes.
This is it. This is the, well...
It's you,
the meteor swarm.
So I am busy. Yes, it's incredible.
I imagine so. What have you found?
It's still early to tell. This system is it's not simply a weather control device. All environmental functions. You can cease rain, drought, heat, snow, whatever is required. It has the ability to manipulate it on massive levels and on a near global scale.
That is quite impressive. Do you know what Asmo plans on doing with this?
Who cares about Asmo? Anybody with this, there's so many potentials.
What do you think Asmo could do with it?
Potential is limitless. Weaponry, military application. There's resource allocation. It's literally boundless what your opportunities are. Not to mention reverse engineering.
Slow down for a second and think about this. What does Asmo do with something with limitless power? What does anyone do with limitless power? What happens to everyone who doesn't have it?
Make a persuasion check at advantage.
Oh, baby.
Natural 20.
No! Oh my god! Oh my
22.
god!
For 22. He stops for a minute.
I'm gonna fucking throw up. Holy shit.
Sinclair, yes.
As far as I'm aware, that's what they call me.
I'm aware of your concern, and I understand what this could do for all of us. Is think of limitless crop potentials, the sheer farming application. No one would ever go hungry again. Food would be limitless.
No one would ever go hungry again if the person who controlled this allowed that to happen. But what if someone makes them mad?
I couldn't agree more. But somebody has to have their hand on the trigger.
And he reaches into his lab coat and draws a pistol.
I throw a hand axe.
Is the alarm system actually going off that he's going to use it on us? Or is
Oh,
it just a
yours.
threat?
Yeah, yours starts to buzz. Go ahead and make an attack with a hand axe.
Would you allow me a bonus action before that?
And unless you want to go roll quick initiatives, but I wasn't really gonna,
That's fine. That's fine. I'll just take the attack. Oh, sorry, wrong thing.
No gravity hammer yet.
I throw the gravity hammer.
24.
Right. So here's what happens: as you throw the axe, it kind of panics and fires off to the side. So he shoots at the same time, and it completely misses you and goes wide. He's not the best shot. What does happen though is what triggers is you see all of a sudden his form as the axe starts to get, as you go to throw it, just like there's multiple versions of him that suddenly appear.
So what I was going to ask is, can I make that attack again at disadvantage and try to just hit the gun?
Yeah, it doesn't even matter, because what happens is it like passes through like a hologram of him that suddenly just appears in place. I need the other three make perception checks for me. Shamil with advantage because your alarm went off.
Yeah. It's gotta come in handy at some point.
22.
Weapons of warning are the shit.
God, 17.
Most underappreciated magic item in the game.
All right, so we got a 22, a 17. I'm going to say that's enough, and the rest of you will start to get it. So, as that shot goes off, suddenly out of the corner of your eye, Nikul and Silas, you see movement in the tunnel.
The doctor.
Not the doctor. You still see the doctor. You see like all those shapes in front of you. So the doctor's still in front of you. This is all happening kind of simultaneously. Like literally, as Chapman's like throwing the axe, you guys see movement suddenly.
It looks like Chapman's facing the doctors. So I'm going to turn around and see what's coming at us from the tunnel.
Yeah, I would also look to the tunnel.
Great. So as you guys look to the tunnel, you just kind of look. You see a almost like an entire platoon of guerrilla soldiers rush in.
Said he was
through
gonna be
the tunnel.
mean.
These figures with kind of strange hair, pointed ears, furry features, painted sort of green in the face, with brown green and like white attire. Go ahead and everybody make history checks for me. Flake with advantage.
This would be a great time for another crit.
21.
21. Flake, you know, and you know, immediately, this is an elite group of and while the particular corporation isn't one that normally deals in military, they are known to have to do it, but they are veterans of wilderness fighting
Canada.
in particular.
It is Canada. It's the goddamn Mounties.
it is an elite group of like a ghost recon team for Oberon. They call them Eladrin Knights.
See, Justin wants to surrender right now, but Chapman's not going.
And there are about 12 of them with their guns drawn. Now they take up position immediately at the door, and the doctor says,
Well, about time you showed up. He almost hit me with that thing. Huh? You thought I was going to give this to Asmo. I went with a higher bidder.
To be fair, this is a good choice.
Oh, thank
What do
you.
you mean?
Oh, Oberon would handle this much better than Asmo.
Corporation's a corporation.
Don't trust any
Find a
of
way to
them.
misuse it.
Well, put your guns down. We're going to find out exactly what we're capable of. I've tangled with Aegis before. It's not something I'm looking to start today, but we need you to exit the facility.
Yeah, I don't think we're quite too keen on that, actually.
To be fair, I am the functionally luminous Generation 4 kinetic engine, referred to as Flake. What is your rank and designation? He would recognize the brand of robot that I am.
Yeah, right. That's Q Flake unit. You should know that's classified.
We are intimately aware of this facility's layout, of many functions of its rooms, and have worked with the AI system of this facility. We are much more useful alive.
We appreciate you taking care of the doc. We're not here to kill you, but we are taking this facility, and we're taking it without you. So your services are no longer required.
We have mapped the interior. You would not like this data?
Doc?
Yes, I already retrieved it from the flake unit. Don't worry.
Sorry, little bud.
How much have I worked with Asmo in the past? What kind of level of detail would I know about Asmo?
Just roll a d20 for me, just like a straight luck roll.
Here's where I need that crit. 19.
Pretty close, 19, yeah. How familiar do you want to be? How much have you worked with Asmo compared to some of the other corporations?
Enough to trade valuable information to get these people cut in.
Sure, Asmo is probably the most feared of all the corporations out there, particularly from a military application standpoint. They are really even. It's lesser known to most of the community because Asmo has a way of just making things disappear. But even Nikul knows better than anyone what Asmo is capable of. The entire corpo that helped create him has all but vanished with Asmo intervention, and nobody's even aware of it. So it's which is Stygian core. So most people don't want to get on their bad side, but at the same time, everybody wants to get a leg up on them.
If you're gonna tangle with Asmo, because that's who we're representing right now, you're gonna want somebody back on the inside. Cut us in.
This is
Asmo will come for you.
It's not my decision to make. All right. So here's the thing.
Then call the person whose decision it is.
You want to keep bothering? We'll just cut you down.
Can I make an insight check on my party?
Sure.
Okay. Insight is 19. And what I would like to know is kind of a general 5, however y'all want to give that. Are you, we had a brief discussion before meeting the doctor. How does everyone feel about going down fighting and taking the facility out? That's what Flake is trying to compute.
Silas will literally burn this ship down with him in it if that's what it takes.
And I think you get from Sinclair that he's in survival mode right now. He's trying to come out of this the best way possible, and he's running out of ideas. And if they take away one more idea from him, that's his game too.
I think Knuckles got a passive insight of 20 and is able to probably pick up those vibes as well, and is certainly feeling like not wanting more super science like what has created him in the past to be just out there free in the world, but is willing to do basically however the other two people decide to kind of go. He's going to support whichever plan the party goes with 100%.
Okay. So Flake is going to begin walking toward the ghost unit in compliance. And he's like, if you insist, however, there is one thing you should know before we leave the facility that the doctor did not participate in. A very dangerous room that you should be aware of. And as I get close, do they break ranks, make space for me? How do they react to me?
Yeah, so
complying with their request.
Yeah, so they don't. They literally don't break rank yet, but they are again. So these are particularly fighters that are used to fighting in the wilderness, right? So most of them have found some place to try to get cover, whether it be whatever random object in the room they can find. So that's how they've kind of flanked you guys quickly. So it's not if you're looking to get them all in a line, that's going to be rough. But
Not a line.
Yeah.
But how wide is the hallway? You said it took.
the hallway's only 10 feet wide. So yeah, I'll give you the hallway.
That's kind of nice. I will attempt to, as I walk by them, to lead them to this room.
As I walk on.
I will ping my Oberon psychic pressure to try and charm the room. So if you could make 12 wisdom saving throws.
You're trying to charm them?
Trying to charm, yes.
I mean, come on, Flake.
It is a 10-foot cube. All it is a wave from me. It is noticeable.
Right. So you could say that these are the faction that is closest to being Fey, and from a mechanical standpoint, so they are all immune to charm. And I will tell you that system that
The immunity they have advantage.
that system that your here's what okay. Give me 1 sec.
No, you're right. Yeah.
I know it's all right. I don't want to hurt your feelings.
No, it's okay.
Yeah. What's your DC?
Sorry. What the? DC 16.
16. Okay. So 27.
Solid.
So. Yeah, as that system starts to initiate, immediately there is almost an instant reactive protocol that ignites between all of them. And you can see the guns immediately go, and they start to, and things are about to go crazy. All of a sudden, shots are getting fired everywhere. As everybody ducks for cover, all of you suddenly go into and engage into battle mode. As this Oberon system activates and is immediately shut down by their Titania class systems. That's where we'll take our first break. So, thank you guys. A little early, but we'll be back in 10 minutes to to see how this ends. And I promise you, I think it'll be great.
Ooh, Zan's got some fighting words for you, JD.
How dare you?
Oh, man.
How dare you? And we're back. It took a little longer than I wanted it to, but mostly because we were talking about fighting a cat. So,
The inevitability thereof.
So, as this alarm suddenly goes off, the Oberon system shut down immediately, Flake. Panic as suddenly gunshots are fired. And we are going to enter into, like I said, what is going to be a more free-form skill challenge version of this interaction. But for the fun of it, I'm going to have everybody roll initiative.
For fun.
For fun.
The halibut.
Ah. That's neat.
How neat is that?
Should
Not
we
right,
roll
okay.
separate, or are you gonna make this an encounter roll for you there?
Yeah, there's no encounter active.
I can make. You want me? I can throw an encounter up for you.
I don't know.
Yeah, why not? Why not? We'll put you all on the map here.
Ooh, baby.
Yeah, all very good. So you guys, again, you guys are no slouches. You guys are trained hunters with H's. It took a lot to get to where you're at. You were the elite of the elite, and you don't bow to corporations, right? Where these guys don't go, you guys go. And immediately you start to act. Chapman. Blaster fire fills the room.
Is the captain, is he like down, or sorry, not the captain, is the doctor, is he like downloading this stuff onto a particular like drive or something?
The doctor actually, as you turn to look, having had been engaging with the captain, is gone. There's no sign of him. You know, he couldn't have left the room, but you don't see him, and you don't see him where he was.
Lovely.
If you want to use your turn, you can look for him. You can make a perception check. You can make insight or investigation.
No, I think I'm gonna do something very dumb instead. See, because you gave me this fancy new gravity hammer. First of all, as a bonus action, well, I mean, he's gonna go into a rage.
Okay.
He's gonna go into a rage because, you know, to do certain things, and he basically wants to use that new wonderful ability with the gravity hammer to just Thor smash into the center of these guys and just disperse.
Fantastic. Make an attack roll for me.
Can I do that at advantage since I'm raging? And I could do it recklessly if I needed to.
No, because it's, again, this is a sort of skill challenge component. I appreciate what you're going for. A 16 will still be a success, though. So as you slam this gravity hammer down onto the ground, suddenly you catch like half of these guys in it. They get yanked in from wherever they were getting cover, and the blaster fire stops as they just get pulled from where they are immediately into this, like, you see them all just like slide across the floor towards Chapman.
No, it just says they fall prone.
Oh, I thought I was thinking of the other one. I was thinking of the other one. I think there's another one, isn't there? There's another ability, maybe?
The other one sends them 10 feet away from me.
Pushes them 10 feet. Okay, never mind. So, they get lifted up off the ground and then dropped. Thank you. Eli.
I actually do want to try and figure out where the doctor is. Because I do not want him to get away.
Okay, great. Make a perception check.
Ooh. 13.
Justin, can you mute your chips?
Those are the bones of his enemies breaking.
Crunch.
I'm doing fully work for the gravity hammer.
Yep, sorry. The 13's, and it's not going to do it. You look around. Fire is coming from everywhere now. Blaster shots over your head. You're looking around for this for the doctor. You don't see any sign of him. He's just you're nothing immediate. You can't even hear anything because you're trying to duck the shots. You are going to take 7 points of force damage as one of the blasters tags you.
Can I use my movement to try and get cover?
No movement. You can just, again,
No
that was
movement?
your turn with your skill. Your skill that round was to try to find the doctor, right?
Okay, cool.
Yes, but I assume regardless you're trying to get cover. But you will.
Yeah, I mean,
there will be a penalty for failure.
I'm on my way to that.
Yes. is this? The worst possible one. There we go. That brings us to Narcool.
I think he would also be trying to find the doctor, but instead of like using perception to try to find them in this hail of gunfire, trying to like suss out where this kind of guy would go, like as an insight check into this doctor's character, where would they be running off to and hiding?
Absolutely. It's your best skill, so go ahead and use it.
Use that for normal. And you can roll a 5.
15. 15 is just going to pass this first round. So with a 15, through the blaster fire, you still hear typing. You think you just catch it, and you assume that that this doctor is not going to leave this device, right? With everything you've said, he is not leaving this machine. He has sacrificed a lot to get it so that he could research it, and he's not going anywhere.
All right. Am I allowed to? Is that the full extent of?
Yeah. You can tell me next round if you want to go try to hit the doctor. You want to go try to search around for him. You can go that route. So, makes sense.
Yeah.
Perfect. Great. Ducking for cover as the blaster fire comes. With that, we'll go right back to Chapman.
I would like.
I mean, Flake. I'm so sorry.
I fucked up so hard.
No, Flake. I'm sorry. I don't know why this my combat soundtrack keeps hitting me with these low energy beats, and I'm just not feeling it. Sorry.
So Flake, I would like to try and use deception to kind of give us an advantage of some kind. And the way I would like to do that is I have a handy-dandy little spell called Summon Fey Spirit. And so a little compartment on my chest will open up and like a smaller me will pop out.
Okay.
And essentially what I would like to do is the Space Spirit, something it can do is teleport around and leave 5-foot spaces of magical darkness. It's also tiny, and it can attack. And so what I would like to do in tandem with my spirit is knowing some of the tactics of Oberon guards and stuff like that, knowing some of their protocols, I would like to, through combinations of darkness, a little tiny creature, shocking them, and just some general chicanery, I would like to try to confuse them, have them attack each other, miss targets.
Absolutely. Make an Arcana check for me.
Okay. Arcana will be 19.
19. Great. Absolutely, it's a success. So you managed to disorient even more of these Oberon soldiers that are attempting to already struggling. Some of them to get back onto their feet, but the ones that are reacting are starting to react quickly.
Sweet.
But great job. So that'll help slow them down. Chapman.
I would like to try to push through everyone and book it towards Chapman's favorite room.
You're just gonna try to rush through to the armory?
Mm-mm. Little golden sun.
Okay. So you dart down the hallway. Make a. What is your plan here? Are you trying to get people to follow you?
I'm trying to get to the room that has a sun in it and try to destabilize it.
Gotcha. Okay. Go ahead and just make an athletics check.
That's what I was hoping for. Now I should have advantage on this because I am raging.
Sure, Justin.
All right. I'm still
Your,
gonna
your
roll
cha-
like
I mean,
it's
again,
so it's
skill
fine.
challenge. Whether you're raging or not doesn't really matter to me. But if you want the
It's
advantage,
a
sure,
skill.
sure,
Part of the class.
sure. 24 is a success.
24.
So you take off, rush down the hallway, past all these guys, kind of darting in and out. You see, as you pass, several of them, these arm blades come out, very similar to Silas's, but they sparkle with like this this electric energy, this almost greenish energy, and they just try to make attacks at you as you get past them, and dart down the hallway. You can't tell at the moment if anybody's following you, but you don't care. You're going for that sun. Eli.
I would like to, if I could roll a survival check, I want to look around the room and see if there's anything in like the architecture of the space, like a beam I could shoot down that would kind of throw them into a disarray or something. A way that I can use like the physical space around me to cause more problems for them.
Absolutely, sure. Make a ranged, actually, just make a ranged attack roll.
Oh. No.
You're rolling like me tonight, yeah. So you don't see anything because the structure itself is this like smooth dome. So you don't see anything that really you can even shoot. So the best thing you can think of is like the walls are this nether site. Maybe if I destabilize it, right? So you fire your arrow, and that energy arrow fires out of your bow, and just immediately rebounds and just starts ricocheting around the room right back at you guys. You guys are going to take another. So I'll give everybody but Chapman, because he ran out of the room. Oh my god, I don't even know how that just happened. 3 6s, and a 5. Sorry. Take 23 points of force damage between Silas's blaster, all the other blasters, and just the attacks from the knights.
Everybody
except for Chapman.
Oh shoot! Okay, that's bad.
That was, again, I rolled nearly perfect on a 46. I don't know. Never. It was like a Yahtzee. Narcool.
Sorry, let me just do. Sorry, just doing the math on hit points. 23.
Also, you keep adding an R in there. It's Nakul.
Nakul, I'm sorry.
No R.
I think.
Thank you, Eli.
I think he's gonna aim the new plasma gun at where he thinks the doctor is and just use up all 7 charges.
He's just gonna fire literally all 7. Okay, great. That's so an 8th level magic missile.
Yeah, I think that's 10d4.
Yeah. I'm not. Yeah, go ahead and roll the 10d4. Because there's no, you wouldn't aim this normally, so I don't know if there's a skill I'd have you do. Let's just see how much damage.
Most.
So, you're not even certain what this gun does, per se. You just found it. You don't see any aiming device. You kind of just point it in the general direction, and you fire. And you're small, but strong. But you feel the kickback as suddenly whatever button you hit just completely salvos this entire whatever capacity this thing had, as bolt after bolt just goes flying, and they go flying in weird directions, right? They start like circling around. You see several of them. Silas, they just go past you and swing by. You're like, I'm gonna hit by something else, and they're just like going all over and kind of like spinning. It's kind of haphazard before they slam into that control panel where the doctor was. and you see just like explosions and electricity arc through that control panel. You hear ah!
Point a finger and go there.
Right.
To point out where he is.
Dylan.
You see that Flake, with his multiple optical sensors, was, firing beams off, directing his little mini-me, and without even looking, fires his new gun, where exactly where Nicole said there, at the
Okay.
control panel and the doctor. I'm aiming to, if I can, knowing that I just took heavy damage, try to make either the nether site stable or take out a way to access it.
Sure. Go ahead and make a ranged spell attack for me.
That is a natural 20 for a 28.
Wow. And then that'll be 2 successes technically as you fire off this gun. This gun, it suddenly just like, and you integrated this into your arm, right? So it pulls out, and even then you watch like the little spiders are all still kind of working on it, trying to figure it out, as the head just kind of like opens up and just keeps opening bigger and bigger, like almost comically, before it starts to spin, and this massive ion beam just like cuts across the room. Several of the Oberon guys go darting out of the way as this beam just like you're kind of a smaller auto gnome, right? So it just like goes up and just like cuts through the wall. As like sparks and everything start to fly. Even more, you don't hear any scream that time, but the control center for this, or that he was working on, is completely cut in half. With that, you see sparks begin to fly around this giant orb. Right, the air in the room starts to kind of ionize. Chapman.
So, when Chapman gets to this room with this little miniature sun that was in it, little pocket sun, his goal is to make this thing unstable and maybe even explode and, cause as many problems as he can for anyone in like a mile radius of this place. What I would like to do mechanically is to activate the second ability of that, so the hammer itself is doing a bunch of extra damage and shit, but whatever. And then, as far as a roll is concerned, I've already used an attack roll and I've already used athletics. I'd like to use Constitution to see if I can stay in the presence of this thing long enough to fuck everyone's day up.
Okay. So when you left the room last, the shield went down. You guys actually stabilized it. The core was good. But now you're just gonna go in there, hammer blazing, and see if you can just bear with it, as you say. So you fucking hit things until it starts to explode. So I love it. Yeah, go for it.
I would like to bear totem with it.
Yep. Sure.
Grin and bear totem it. Would you call that a save or a check?
Go with a save.
Okay, 16.
16's not going to cut it this round, though. So and here's what I'll give you. You guys did too good of a job the first time. You shut it down. You go in. You start smashing things up with the hammer, and nothing happens. Like the controls panel sparks. I'll give you 4 points of electrical damage as it just arcs up ups the hammer. 8 reduced to 4.
Oh, okay.
Yep. As it arcs up the hammer, but other than that, no sun. Silas.
You said the control panel for this thing was cut in half, right?
Yes. Yeah, and that giant purple orb in the center of the room.
Mm-hmm. It's starting to like react to that.
Yeah.
Okay, Silas is just like essentially like hitting his own personal fuck it button, and he is going to
That's what we're
just
here for.
shoot right at the orb thing with the disruptor rifle.
Okay, yeah, all right. Great. Make a. Oh God. So you already did a ranged attack. So I don't want to, and I didn't succeed. But I don't want to keep hitting that button. Why don't you just make a dexterity check for me? Or if you want to use a dexterity-based skill, sleight of hand, or even survival, I guess. Acrobatics, maybe.
I'll use survival if you'll give me that.
Sure, why not?
Ooh.
Shit.
You're a heck of a shot,
Oh, that's.
but you don't know what you're doing, right? And as you in this panic, you just fire this disruptor rifle, and again, you haven't used this gun really before either, and it just like fires out this huge beam, just slams into it. You can watch as it like pulses into this like surface that almost starts absorbing the beam like liquid.
Like
And
the orb does?
Yeah, what is your gun again?
It is plasma disruptor rifle.
Beautiful. Yeah, so it starts absorbing it like liquid, like it almost looks like it's like a flow at this point, and it just keeps going. And then suddenly, like there's a bright flash, and that orb turns bright red.
Silas is like, that's bad. Just probably good in this situation.
Everyone in the room is going to take 16 points of fire damage as the
Silas
orb
is down.
suddenly just like blasts heat out across the room. That plasma energy just resonating inside of it.
You know the doctor's letting you out a yelp at that.
Cool.
How many of the Eladrin Knights are in the room?
There's about 12 of them.
Okay, none of them chase after.
No, none of them chased after Chapman. They were concerned with the machine, and now they have a slightly different concern.
I don't know how well this is going to work out. I'm going to tell them to run. And I'm going to try to run towards the sphere. And I did roll the D20 to see if the gun crumbled into dust, and it didn't. So I would assume that there's still some core in there. Some plasma core in there. I'm just gonna throw the gun into the.
I know this is gonna sound like a weird check for this, but make an intimidation check.
Yeah. My +1. Full 6.
I can't see what anything on that. So, yeah. So you rush up with the gun. You pull you pull that core out and you throw it into this core. As you do, it hits, and just the impact of it hitting that orb suddenly just causes the core itself to explode. Like as soon as it taps it, it did that core that you pulled out and threw explode, and it sends you flying backwards.
Yeah.
That is another failure for another 14 points of damage.
And I will
And minus
use
2 death saves for Silas.
I will use my bonus action, quote unquote, for a hit for second wind. I don't know if the vibe of this is that we are going to survive. It doesn't really feel like it, but
No.
I can, if we want, I can try to action surge to at least stabilize Silas, but I think it's not going to make a difference in the.
So again, I let Justin rage and added that mechanic to this. So if you want to second wind, I will just let you take your turn again. I mean, action surge, I guess.
I'll just do the second wind for now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Flake.
Well, unless I can somehow finagle a reactionary armor of Agatha's from that heat wave, Flake has power down.
So Flake, as you again, the heat wave just radiating out from a couple different things. Your systems just can't make it. They fry literally as your entire system just shuts down.
Yep. Flake is at 0.
Sinclair.
He doesn't know what's going on in the other room, so he is going to. Can I attempt to undo what we fixed on the console, reverse engineer the puzzle to power that down so that I can just just have access to this core? I would like to do it with perception, but
with perception, sure, go for it.
Come on, you stupid son of a bitch. God damn it. It rolled off of the 18 back onto the 2.
We are not rolling hot.
19 points reduced to 8. As you are just attempting to redo undo the machinery that you did. It's just every time you touch it, it's like fuck. Like every time, like you're just, the more you're trying to mess with things, nothing's happening, but you're just getting shocked.
I'm a barbarian, so I'm out of useful skills.
Yep. Silas, you are on the ground. Nicole is on the ground, like crawling, like just like, well, not crawling, like kneeled down, like heavy breathing. You can see him like try, like his his system's like doing everything they can to try to heal like these burned, singed fur. You look over across the room, just like your eyes blur, and you can see the Flake powered down.
You see the mini Flake explode.
Yep. Somewhere above you, there's an arc of red lightning. There's sparks across, hits one of the netherite walls, and just like the entire room just lights up as this sudden burst of red light. And you hear voices. Doctor, are we gonna be able to shut it down? We've got to get out of here. This thing is gonna go fucking crazy.
I can't just leave. You see, this is the greatest thing. I'll shut it down. I'll figure out a way. And
Doc, where? And Nicole, you watch as this night just spits blood. And your eyes blurring from pain and fire. And Silas, you're seeing this as well. You see this vibrating, illusory blade sticking out from the center of its chest. And your eyes dart across the room, and you watch as these Eladrin knights get eviscerated. Suddenly and rapidly, one after another after another.
Fucking Asmo.
I will give all of you, even though many of you are dying, one last history check. Chapman has stated before with advantage.
I don't know why. Nope. 7.
Wouldn't be hard for this one. Although knowing about these guys is worse than not knowing
CEO
about
of Asmo. Asmodeus.
No, knowing about this particular group is worse than not knowing about it. They literally go by nullsec. This is the group that is rumored to exist within Asmo. That is there. If these Eladrin Knights are Ghost Recon, these guys are somehow beyond that. When they don't want anything to exist anymore, they send in nullsec. When nothing was supposed to have existed in the first place, nullsec is there. And these guys, the tech alone, you watch their illusory forms, just like it is as they start taking all these Eladrin Knights apart. Just suddenly, like, they shimmer and they shift, like in place before their forms suddenly shift. This like black and red armor, bright red, completely bionic eyes in all of these figures, and then another shape appears, apparates. Whatever cloaking is used shuts down. In one of these same tactical suits, these advanced ASMO combat armors, Dr. Yorvin. It's a mess.
JD, stream can't see the armored suit guy.
It's not an armored suit guy. It's the doctor. It's Dr. Kaylee Yorvin.
No. The previous one.
What do you mean?
Well, stream can't see that image.
Yeah, it can.
Yeah, it can. I'm looking at it.
This one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can see it.
Maybe my stream's frozen, but it's like on the edge of it. I'm gonna
It's on the edge for me too, but like we can see it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways. Quite the mess you've gotten yourself into, Reinhold.
Jorvin, you don't understand. I'm so glad you're here. Oberon, they had my wife, and...
It's director to you. Quickly. Take them. Get them to the shuttle. There's one more. Find him. Nicole, you're awake. Don't worry. We'll get you and your friends to an ASMO facility. Everything will be fine. You've done good work here.
I think I hear the term facility and grit my teeth, but nod.
Chapman, you are yanking away at this machinery.
I mean, last ditch effort would be just to try to brute force strength this thing open. I truly above table. I don't have any more useful skills that I have already used. Strength is going to be the way to go.
Yeah, sure.
Come on, where'd you go? Don't want to show up now. Yeah. Oh my god, that's incredible.
Double natural ones. Is that what that
That's
was?
truly incredible. Yeah.
1 in 400.
A natural one with advantage.
Here's what I'm going to say. You are a combat specialized, artificial adrenaline infueled will machine when you're in this moment. And all of your military grade CEI prosthetics just engage at once as the adrenaline courses through that artificial liquid that just enhances and overclocks your entire
The clockwork amulet and everything too.
muscular system. Yeah.
Yeah.
As you rip, like grab the shielding, this plate that had gone down, this heavy shielding, and just start to lift it up. As you do, you can feel the burning immediately as the shield starts to come up. The shield that dropped down over this sun unit. Behind you, you hear voices. You feel not only the burning from the sun in front of you, but a sudden warmth from behind that you don't even care. It doesn't matter. You just need this place to shut down. If you do one good thing with your life, it'll be this, and you just rip. You watch that metal plate just like pull and yank and tear, and as you rip it out of place, that artificial sun suddenly like lighting up the room. You hear screams from behind, and everything goes.
I like to shove the gravity hammer to distort the gravity inside of the sun.
Your last ditch, you shove that in, and everything goes black. The rain is heavy for all of you. You're in a shuttle again. Silas, you look over, and Nicole is getting treated. The medical agents are rushing to try to bring him back. You hear the beep, 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 beep. You look over at Chapman, also crashing. Melting, yeah, skin just burned. The flake unit just kind of like slumped over in the side.
Kev is watching Matrix 4.
Totally fine,
Yeah.
without a scrape.
Yeah.
He called in the Asmo team.
Guys, they're fucking it up. Get in here.
You see the director again in that, like, combat, or that recon combat armor that is super high tech combat armor. So, she stands with Reinhold on his knees in front of her.
I'm sure we can fix it. I'm sure we can get everything back. Don't worry. Slowly. It'll be fine.
Yes, it will be now. She pulls a blaster out. Your eyes blink. You watch his body slump as it just gets pushed out of the shuttle. She kind of walks over to you. You can see these now. She gets close to you. Those brilliant blue eyes. Just you can see them. You can see the machinery inside them just like ticking around as the reflection is almost just like analyzing you. You can see some of your own vitals almost like coming back in these eyes that she's got. They're just kind of glowing and peering down at you. Your head lolls over in the rain. You can see an ASMO facility that shouldn't exist. Again, another one. And you immediately know that things aren't looking good. Mineros is not a place that most people return from. It is this ominous structure. You watch the shuttle pass through this barrier, this like energy barrier of like shimmering light as it enters the main courtyard. These giant jutting towers of metal and steel, blinking red lights, everything kind of a blur. The air around the place almost seems to crackle with this arcane energy, this hidden power, this dark, secret heart of ASMO, Black Op research. One by one, you watch your friends get carted away as you're all being moved down these hallways, several of them being taken into different directions. A labyrinth of corridor after corridor as you are pushed from one room to another. Your vision fades, bright lights flash above you. Machines hum and whir, voices make out barely recognizable phrases. You turn again, you're in another room now, the walls adorned with cryptic symbols that you've never seen before. And the more and more you're all slowly acquired by ASMO, piece by piece, taken apart, put back together. That's where we're going to end our story. So, sorry guys. But yeah, thank you for playing GAIA with me, and I hope you enjoyed this hyper horrific scene. Here's what I'm going to do. I wanted to have something ready tonight for you, for all of you, a special present, and I couldn't get it done in time. One, Ryan wasn't here because Ryan obviously is going, having some health stuff, and the. So I couldn't get it out, but I am gonna have it out by the end of the show Monday. So for Sinner's Dream, I will have something at least for 3 of you. Shamil, I'm sorry I won't have it for you, but I will make sure you get it, just so you can see. Just so you can see when it's ready. But thank you guys so much for playing.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you
for all of this.
Hopefully we stuck it to him a little bit, a little inconvenient at the end.
It does sound like you destroyed the facility.
It does, but we'll find out. Maybe one day.
Maybe one day.
Maybe.
Maybe Monday.
One day.
Maybe Monday.
Maybe Monday. Well, listen. Yeah, obviously.
Long day.
Yeah, obviously we. I know, Dylan. I know you play with us on Mondays. Justin and Eli. I know you guys have a couple new things going on. I know you're working on a podcast. Anything you want to plug here while we get a little extra time? I know we ended a little early tonight. It's been a very long month, and I really thank everybody for being here. So I looked at the end of this, and I was like, "What am I going to do? Another combat? Another this? Another that?" I said, fuck it. Let's just end it with some flair.
Well, for us, we are. It looks like next Wednesday, we will be releasing our first episode of our new podcast. And that is under the banner Party of Who. So if you want to follow us on Twitter to keep an eye on that is at Party of Who. And everything will be posted there. It will be available pretty much wherever your pods are cast. But definitely the big ones, Spotify, I think. I don't know. That's where I listen to podcasts. Where do other podcasts go?
It's going to Apple, Spotify,
Cool.
whatever else, you know.
Excellent.
I'm sure there will be an RSS feed on a website somewhere at some point. Just not at the moment. That is also featuring Gup, who's been over here on the channel. He's actually running that game. And then Baby Mist, who's also from over at Playotic, was in the Elkin Wild series with Eli and I, as well as having played a number of other games with us. But we are very excited to get that started. Also, in July, over with our friends from Amateurish Productions, I will be running a 4-shot on Tuesdays in July. So no conflict with Neg 2 stuff as far as I'm aware, unless JD was just like, oh, we're going to run something on Tuesdays in July, when I didn't know about it.
I am now.
Anyhow, fuck you. Anyhow,
let the games begin.
That's going to be a very fun, very high level little 4-shot set in a kind of interesting, little unique part of AP's little world. Yeah, so I'm excited for that.
Yeah, it sounds good. I'm sure it'll be great. Well, we've got an hour. Do you guys want to just reenact an hour of your podcast for us now, or?
I'm good.
Let me grab my notes. I'll give you the recap.
You know what's funny is in that game I am, you guessed it, a Bear Totem Barbarian.
Nice. You got a lot of depth.
Yep.
Shamil.
Actually, incredible depth.
We could, Eli and I could, for this hour, read you our 10 or 11 page backstory that we sent to Gup.
It's just a Word document of heartbreak, that's all.
Yeah.
How much do you want to cry for the next hour?
Two so sad boys.
Yeah.
I kind of feel like there's a market for that, because like for every DM that's ever been sent a too long backstory, like I think it should be sent to us and we will read it on air maybe. And
Dramatic rendition.
8-bit book club.
A dramatic rendition. Honestly, we'll put that one on the shelf, because that could be pretty good.
Yeah, we'll voice act it.
Yeah, over the top dramatic retelling
we need an apathetic male Fry to do the narrator portion. You know.
Mm-hmm.
It was then that his mother was also slain, and his life as a rogue assassin began.
That's about half of them, yeah.
Little did he know his father, the Demon Prince, his true father. Sorry.
I never knew my father.
Every 14-year-old rogue backstory.
I didn't realize you had gotten a hold of my first character.
And mine, actually.
And mine.
Shit.
My angel mom and my demon dad died in front of me when I was 12, only a mere, just recently born.
They got Mr. and Mrs. Smith.
But I never knew I was actually the god of destruction, and that's why this campaign was about stopping me.
I killed death as revenge. Then, on my first level 1 adventure, I killed some rats.
And then, on my first level 1 adventure, I leveled up to level 1 by killing death. I mean, I know combat in 5e is a little unbalanced, but fuck, man.
I mean, you can't argue. It's in the backstory, you know?
Shamil, what do you got? Where can the people find you?
You can find me exactly nowhere, but I'll tell you this.
Some mystery.
If you guys are next week, if you're got time to kill before these guys start streaming, Games Done Quick is an amazing charity and event, and they're going to be starting a whole week-long speedrunning event benefiting, I think it's Doctors Without Borders during the summer. I'm not affiliated with them. I just like spreading the word of them.
I love that. Week
Starts
long
on
too.
Sunday.
Week long. That sounds reasonable.
Yeah. 24 hours a day
Yeah.
for a full week starting on Sunday.
Okay, never mind. I take it all
check it
back.
out.
24 hours a day.
You'll take your month of streaming every day.
over 24 hours straight. Fuck that. I don't know how people do that.
Technically, that's 168 hours straight.
Right.
For
Yeah.
a week long.
Thanks. I forgot it was correct JD day. So
Yep. That's
Normally-
every day. Why?
normally, because we finished a little early. Normally, something we do that you guys don't see often, but because this is a 4-shot and we're concluding it, is usually at the end of all these episodes we do a quick stars and wishes. Star for me, I'll start off first this week. Absolutely, the commitment and the dedication that all of you gave to this setting. You never know, especially when you do this kind of reflavor like this, and you start to kind of build out this world, how people are going to react to it, and it's very easy to just fall back into like it's like kind of like D&D, kind of like your typical settings. But you guys really absolutely could tell we're into making your characters sci-fi sell and just making it fun, and I really dug that. So thank you. That made me want to keep going with it. So, and my wish is that I had gotten that other thing done for you tonight, because it would have eaten up this last portion of the show, and I think you would have really enjoyed it. But blame Adelaide.
Okay.
I thought we were blaming Ryan, but okay.
It's shockingly not Ryan's fault.
I think it's less shocking that it's not Ryan's fault, and much more shocking that it's not Chuck's. I'll hop in. Star, well, JD, buddy, we wouldn't have been able to commit to the bit so hard if you hadn't done it first, because you could have just, given us a vaguely futuristic, still called everything the same, still it's all still magic, it's all still, you could have gone so much less hard with this, but instead you went Phil Collins on the Tarzan soundtrack on this shit, which, if you're unaware, is as hard as anyone can go on anything. And you did that for us, man, and I I appreciate it. And wish, I wish I hadn't rolled 2 nat 1s, although I did literally say at the beginning of all of this that I didn't want to force it, but I did want my character to die, and for that to happen on the last roll of the game, holy shit. Yeah, I can't wait to unveil what that means for my future character.
Yeah, I thought you were gonna throw up when you rolled that first natural 20, and it was fucking. That was it. That was the peak. It was all downhill from there. So, but totally worth it. Great job.
I don't mind stepping in next. I don't know how to give it a star to anyone other than JD, because hot damn do I love sci-fi, and like Justin said, the commitment to this that you put forth is just phenomenal. For a budding stream like ours to put this much effort and work in is something you don't see often, and it's done so well. Having the sets ready, having the characters ready, helping us all with get art to help us kind of bring our characters to life, to bring all the NPCs to life, various voices and everything like that. The amount of immersion into this world is just unheard of for a 4-shot kind of situation, and just bravo. I look forward to Friday every single week so that I can just come see more of what you've made, and it's just fantastic.
You really James Cameron'd our asses over here.
Yeah, man.
I'm glad you think so. I on the back end, I hate everything. So.
Yeah, wish. I really hope that this makes it long form, because ready to sign the fuck up.
I feel like I honestly could just repeat everything Dylan just said, and that would all be true. Since I started playing D&D a few years ago, the biggest thing that's been like in my mind, because I am also a huge sci-fi fan and really grew up on it, was like I just want to play. I want to do sci-fi. I want to do this, but I want to do like my shit, and this felt like my shit. I loved every minute of it. It was an easy buy-in for me to do this, but like, do I want like a long form? Do I want more? I want more. I want to know more. I just want to see what else. I want to see what else you made, because it keeps getting cool. Every puzzle we did, everything was so cool. I loved it, and
Plot twist: he's fully
really...
out of ideas. blew his entire load right.
That was it.
Did you see the Clockwork Tower puzzle I did for that stupid Dimension Door one shot?
I did. No, it was
never
it
out
was
of ideas.
Absolutely fantastic, and I feel like I could fuck around in this world forever. Is what it feels like right now. The possibilities feel endless, and I appreciate my fellow players for committing to it as much as y'all did. Wish it wasn't over, I guess.
Eli, and you said something that really made me like wanna I think it's what sparked this thing I'm trying to put together. Was like I have to do this because I think it was either last week or the week before. You were like, I just want to know what the fucking townspeople are doing, like in the world. You were like, yeah, like I want to know what everyday life is like, and I was like, yeah, like I want to fucking get into that. Like I really want to get get in and like build this out with you guys and have some fun doing it. So it's not all, it's, again, you're doing a 4-shot. I'm trying to keep it interesting. I'm cramming puzzles and riddles and shit like into every corner because there's no, us. There's no good Sinner's Dream drama backstory 4-hour episode of us RPing, right? You can't but I want that. I want to see it. I want to see it.
I feel like you could, I want to be able to just, be set loose and, just walk around for a session, honestly.
Yeah.
I'm here for it, yeah. There. Just perception check everything. Tell me what's happening. I want to look at everything.
Yeah, I can't wait. It'll be fun.
It's a fucking dream come true for me, so...
To hop back in on, the whole, you didn't have to do so much. You literally could have just thrown Spelljammer at us, and most of us probably would have been okay.
Yeah.
And this is just so much beyond that it's oh god, it's so
it's
cool.
So good.
I think
fucking Shamil, thank you so much for fucking joining us.
Great.
I'm so glad you're here. It was so fun.
I gotta echo, of course, everything that's been said, but I do want to throw in a unique DM twist that I have on all of these stars, which is I know that the instinct is always there to be like, I've really fucked up this session, and I feel like everybody's noticing it. And to begin with, that didn't happen at all. It felt completely seamless. And it only really gets that way when you have built something with such a strong foundation as you have.
Yeah, I think I appreciate that. And one of the things I've always said, though, is, and I guess a guide to everybody else, and I know Justin's a DM, but everybody else, I always said, it really, the trick is to make something that you love and then let it fucking go. You know what I mean? You can't hold on to it and grapple it and say, this is my thing. Don't touch my, it's like you just built, you got the Lego out of the box and you built the whole thing. And you're like, okay, here it is. Now look at it. Don't touch it. Right. I want you guys to go in and that's the part we can't really do that right now because again, 4-shot, right? But I'm like, I want Eli to go in and do his dirty fucking Spore Druid bullshit to it. And plant.
Let me in.
Plant fucking random orphans in every town that
Copper's back.
Yeah.
You want to make a super cool
mushrooms are infinite. Copper's back in the future.
Yep. You want to make a super cool facility and let Justin destabilize the sun in the middle of it.
Right. Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
Shamil, what was your wish if you had one?
My wish is really more of like wish list. I would really like it as my character is getting torn apart and put back together for his whatever counts as his final words to be, "You cannot kill me in a way that matters."
Yes.
Iconic.
Oh, I'm not going to kill you at all. You're going to be a mini boss, I think.
Trouble.
We can build him better.
Can rebuild him. We have the technology.
Mhm.
Parts made in Japan.
Yeah, if I had a wish for my character, I hope that the little AI mini spiders that are forming a union just get into this asthma facility and just kind of can't get them out. They just kind of fuck up everything like a little bit for a long time.
just like slightly like cartoonishly inconveniencing everyone in the building.
They have to go to Home Depot to get spider trapped.
I don't know that I love that.
I'm just saying, you know.
It's funny.
They're just a little bit, you know.
It'd be a good bit.
You were one of the ones that said they were forming a union, you know, so that's canon. And
I
now
don't
that I'm
know.
not there to hold them back.
Pens and shit like that. They're like stealing pencils, like they're stealing pens and they're stealing fucking little batteries from stuff.
Right, every
no
now
one
and
knows
then,
what
like,
they're doing with them.
a door just kind of stops working, you know. People have to like dedicate resources to get that fixed.
And then they realize the sensor's gone out of nowhere. Like, what
Yeah.
the hell did they take the sensor for? You know?
Yeah, you know, something like that.
Here is
this just
what
Gremlins?
here is what I will give you as your swan song, though.
System reboot initiated. Nice.
Oh shit.
Oh my gosh.
And that's all you get.
Very cool.
no.
Very cool.
no.
That's all you get. Well, what I will say is, like, and again, I'm not. I did not get nearly as much done, but there, just to give you a brief look at what else is in there.
Oh boy. Yes.
I
But
Oh,
yes,
I-
so
recently installed Linux on my computer, and it looked a little bit like that at the start.
Yep.
it was the inspiration.
Yeah, we'll have to post the video on Discord too. Maybe we'll link to it.
Yeah, again, I think it'll be multi-purpose, so I'm excited for it. But, anyways, let's see. Who do I want to? This is tough.
Are we,
Yeah.
Are we
Promo,
even?
he's the
Yeah.
guest.
Okay, we're gonna Shamil. All right, fine.
Yep. You gotta. He's the only one that can roll the d20.
He's the only one that like
Sure.
survived.
Yeah, honorary. You know,
The lone survivor.
he gets to determine the future.
I just finished on the morning, so I'll use that dice. 15.
Awesome. Going deep. Going deep. So while JD finds the 15th stream, I just gotta say, my second star goes to our lovely audience that has stuck through with us and has come through and joined us on this journey. We honestly, wouldn't be here without you guys. I know there's a small dedicated group that joins us, as much as possible. We are ever so thankful for our lovely little community here that we're building. It is just fantastic.
Could not
Yeah.
agree any harder.
Just a casual reminder, if you're looking to enter the giveaways / do your good deed for the month and join in with donations for NAMI in $10 increments at our Deltify link, which you can find in the description of the video below or the channel description below, and has been posted in the stream chat a number of times tonight. That is one way to get entries. The other way is with your stream points, aka elf eggs. Don't let those little stinkers go rotten on you. They're like gremlins. You can't feed them after midnight.
Yep.
Or whatever.
We have
damn.
so many prizes, and we are itching to give them away. Justin can only fill his pockets so much, and we really want to get them into the hands of our audience.
Truly, when I was talking to Benjamin Huffman about the stuff he was like giving to us, and he was like, "Do you think this will be enough?" I'm like, "Dude, this is like more than we're gonna be able to give away."
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
We are. I don't know if you guys have checked. We're just shy of $1,800 after the Dimension Door stream and ran D&D last night. So
We're well on our way.
Yep.
Got what? 3 more streams to go. ASD
do.
Lab next week wraps it up.
You got it. And then we're gonna do a giveaway stream. So I'll figure out when that's gonna happen. But yeah, I'm excited. So we'll see you guys tomorrow for Stolen History, the conclusion of Stolen History, which is maybe one of my favorite episodes of anything that's ever happened ever. And you'll see why.
JD finally got to roll dice higher than a 3.
You'll see why.
For the first time ever.
You'll see why tomorrow.
I don't know. You hit damage pretty high today.
I did roll some crazy. It's D6s.
Yeah.
You can't let me. You cannot let me roll
it's only
D6s.
because you didn't have to roll to hit first.
Again, I'm dangerous. I'm dangerous with D6s. You should see me in Urban Shadows.
We'd have
man.
aced that fucking combat because JD wouldn't have rolled above a 6 on a D20 the whole time.
The skill challenge was on purpose, so you could kill us.
No, the skill challenge was literally again because Unreal kept crashing on me and I couldn't make a battle map. Anyways, the point is we all had fun. We're gonna go. We'll see you. We'll see you tomorrow. We'll see you on Sunday for Beast of Berserk. We will see you on Monday for Cinder Stream, and we'll see D20 Enclave now because that's where we're going to raid. So, have a great night. Be loud, be proud, make some friends out there. We'll see you all next time.
Good night.